Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome to episode 10 of Europa Universalis IV in our Irish Exodus game. And I have actually managed to move my capital over to the New World. And we've just finished an idea group. We've actually just finished the exploration ideas, which gives me a permanent Casus Belli against all primitives, which means I can go and start kicking the arse of some of these natives. And some of these natives have a lot of money. And that money would be very, very useful for, one, paying off my debt, and secondly, expanding my empire. So we're going to go over here and kick the arse of these guys, because guess what? They don't actually have any allies. We'll just have a quick look and see what their force limit is. These guys are the Kopanonk, and we are going to look at the military, see what they've got. Apparently they've got 1,100 men. Which is not insignificant. That said, though, they are natives. So that probably isn't going to help them all that much. So I'm going to move these guys over into this province here. We are going to go ahead and raise our army maintenance. We are losing a lot of money. I think actually, no. I think what I'm going to do is I think I'll actually wait until this colony is completed. And there it is. What do we want here? Gain 25 church power. Yes, we'll take that. Colony's done. We will need to core it, so let's go ahead and do that. This is the one downside of the New World and moving our capital here. It means we do need to core, but they're really, really cheap because they've got, like, no development. So we want to go and attack this province here. We also want to go and pay off our loans. We are still currently losing money, which is not a good thing. I suppose we've got an absolute ton of... Oh, the inflation's not as bad as I thought. Let's go and buy that down anyway. How many loans do we currently have again? We have a total of 9 loans. Well, let's repay one of them off anyway. We'll be able to repay them all once we've gone and won this war here. Can we have... We're actually over our force limit, and I hadn't realised this. This is where the problem's being caused. Because I've gone and... annexed these guys, I've inherited their troops, and I'd completely forgotten about that. So we are actually, in fact, making money, even though it's only a tiny bit. We are making some money over here. Yeah, we'll worry about the estates later. We've got bigger fish to fry right now. Let's just turn the game speed down a little bit. I'm going to go ahead here, and first of all, we're going to go and assign a general, because we don't have one. 5 fire is not great, to be honest. It's better than a smack in the eye, but it's still not great. We are going to go ahead and put up our army maintenance. That is going to cost us money. I appreciate that. But we should be able to go and kick the... They're in the mountains, aren't they? Of course they are. We are below our force limit. We are going to go ahead and grab another infantry. Can't do it there because it's not one of our cores. Can't do it here because we don't have enough money. Okay, in that case, let's go ahead and put the army maintenance back down again. Let's go and put the game speed back up again. I think we can just go up to 4. We can get ourselves another... gain 20 church power. Yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. And now we can take our third one of these already. Fantastic. So... what would we like? Production efficiency could be good. Oh, development, cheaper development cost, actually, because we are going to be doing some development in these provinces. So we can go over here now, because we've cored it. And we can go and increase its tax, and we'll increase its manpower. Not the best provinces, but bear in mind, we are still almost a 2-province country at the moment. So we do need to sort some things out there. So we are making a little bit of money. I want to make enough money to be able to afford 1 more infantry, which I still can't yet. That's reduced the ship costs. How much are these going to cost me? 10 ducats. Can we afford one? Yes. So that'll give us 8 troops. I'm not necessarily sure that attacking them in the mountains is going to be the best idea. They do seem to have a lot more troops than me, so it could be quite a risk attempting to attack them in the mountains. We're in the hills. But we'll see if we can get them. Maybe they'll come to me. Maybe we can take them in neutral ground somewhere. They still don't have any allies. So that is fine. We're going to go ahead and group these guys up. And we really need to take their money and we can get another province started as well as paying off all of our debt because we're now taking out loans. So let's go ahead and put up our army maintenance. Let's go and get this war started. Attacking them in the mountains is probably going to be a little bit of a stupid thing, but we'll give it a go anyway. They are natives. Or primitives. So even in the mountains, they shouldn't really be able to defend that much. Last time I checked in the ledger, they had a decent amount of troops. They've got 11,000. They're actually over their force limit. They're purely infantry. Not too sure why they're over their force limit. One more month and we'll be at full maintenance. In fact, we don't even need to wait for the end of the month. Let's go ahead and declare the war now. Let's see if this works. It's show superiority. So we're going to go and march over here. We should be okay because we'll get the morale tick before the end of before we get there. So we'll be at full morale. Oh, they actually came and met us in this province, which made us the defender. Good game, chaps. Good game. So we ended up being the defender in the hills. We've completely stack wiped them, and now we're going to go and take their land. I will actually take the land. I mean, that's what we're here for, right? We're here to expand. We're not here to just mess around with the natives. And as I discovered in the last game, even though you can take a huge amount of money from the natives, it takes them a long time to get that money back. So it's pretty pointless trying to just leave them around and money farm them. This province has 6 development, so it's not too expensive. Obviously, we will have to convert it and stuff like that, but that shouldn't be a problem. This is the problem is that they're going to be the wrong culture, but we can get around that. That's not going to cause too much harm. Have they actually got an actual fort there? It's just their capital fort. And we've had a disease outbreak, because of course we have. Well, let's just hope that we get through that. Let's just go ahead and put the game speed up now. I don't think we need to necessarily worry about that. Let's have a look at someone else. So we've got the Washua, or Washuis, whoever these guys are. These guys don't have any allies either. So with no allies, they have 6,000 troops. They have 6,000 troops, and they have 129 ducats, which is not a lot, but it's certainly enough for me to go and give them a kicking for. And we'll start colonising here around the coast as well. I will also want to go and grab that little island to the south, just to stop anybody else getting it. Have we just had another disease outbreak? Terrible rolls, terrible rolls. As soon as we get the money from these guys, of course, we can pay off our loans, and that'll make things a little bit better for us. And we do need to start getting some more colonies going. I'll probably do this province just to join them all together. Make sure that they're all connected. What's our force limit right now? Still 8. Our naval force limit is 18, so we might want to get a few more ships, and we'll probably have more trade power over here soon. And we need to move our merchants around as well now. Especially as Connor is pretty useless to us. I'm pretty much... my intent for this campaign right now is to pretty much abandon Europe until I'm strong enough just to go and kick the snot out of England. Once I've wiped England from the map, I think that'll be good enough. That'll be saying, no, England, you deserved it. Let's lose the legitimacy because prestige is lower than legitimacy, and we've got a mission to try and increase that. So we've almost got these provinces sieged. And as usual, it isn't working the way it should do, and it's not ticking. Look, 49%, and we still didn't get it. So there might be a possibility of some separatism here, but I think we'll be okay. Another 49% chance that failed. Another 49% chance that failed. Finally, okay, so they've surrendered. What we want to do, definitely, is take every single... What's the button for this? There used to be a button to just take everything. Take every single ducat they have, and take your province. Send demand. Okay, now then, we need to core it. We also need to convert it. We don't have the religious disaster, so I think we'll core it first. That should be pretty quick. In the meantime, we're going to go over here. We are losing money, but that's fine because we've got a lot of it. So we'll get this colony started. We'll also get this colony started, and we're just going to go around here and start kicking the snot out of these people, and even if we don't take land from them, we are going to start taking money from them. That's the important thing here. Let's go ahead and repay all of the loans, because then that helps us to and reduce inflation. So we've got a little bit of money in the bank. We're running 2 colonies. We do have our army at full maintenance, of course, which isn't ideal. These guys, again, they have no allies, I believe. Yep, no allies. They're trying to improve relations with me, but we don't need your help. So, you are tribal. So, yeah, I think we can wipe these guys out fairly easy. Let's go ahead and declare war on them. They have a little bit of money. Not a huge amount, but we'll certainly be able to go and beat them up. We got there first, so we were the defender. They've been stack wiped. So let's go ahead and detach a siege there and move the rest of the guys into their capital. Gain church power and 8 religious regiments, or gain some local unrest. We'll go for the local unrest. We don't really need the church power right now. We're sort of good on that. So as you can see, we've already got 2 provinces, 3 provinces, although one's not cored. 2 more colonies. We're already stronger than we were when we were over in Ireland. Now, I did say I wanted to go and have a look about my navies, which at the minute has just stopped in the middle of the water. It's not even doing anything. Let's ignore the English Channel then. Let's bring everybody home. Let us move our merchants around. We are collecting over here and collecting here, which we don't want to be because we don't have any real trade power. So let's go ahead and collect here in our home node. So we want to collect from trade here. And for our second one, we'll probably put one in here and push down. We can't. Unable to send merchant. Why is that? It's probably too far away. So we can collect from there, and this pushes forwards into... Now, which one is that? That's the top one, I think, following the arrow. Yep, so that goes in here. So you can carry on collecting from there. I think that's okay. Right. So we'll continue with this war. We might actually need to get rid of our general in favour of a conquistador. Let's put you there, because we're obviously coring. We might want to get a conquistador so we can go and explore some of these areas here that we can't see. Conquistador is probably more useful to us than the explorer. And like I said, we will have to temper the speed at which we take land, because we don't want to have too much overextension. We're not too bothered about aggressive expansion against the natives, but we don't want to have too much overextension. Obviously, we've got to spare our admin power for coring, but we can certainly beat people up and take their money. So, as for these guys, what do we want to do with them? Well, we definitely want to take every penny they have. 136 ducats, it's not a lot. Do we want to take their provinces? I think we do. I think we take the closest province, and we leave the other province alone. They may well get some money back. Let's go ahead and call that other province. Things are going well. We do have some money. We're actually making positive... Oh, no, we're not. I was going to say, why are we making positive money? I should have taken war reparations from them, actually. Once again, I keep forgetting to do that whenever I take money. Should have taken war reps. We've got some decent money in the bank. I did consider spending some on buildings. I'm going to save that for the time being. France declaring war on Nevers. So yeah, we're going to need to do some exploring over here. We do need to sort of explore the coast as well. How many leaders are we allowed to have? Is it still just the one? Still just the one. This guy's not great. I've got plenty of military power. Oh, what have we got here? What's happened? Pretender regiments. Okay, our ruler's died. So, I think we can get down there and deal with the pretenders. That shouldn't be a problem. We have this thing here where we increase stability cost, but we get more tax. Yes, definitely. We want to do that. Disloyal estates in the country. that is fine. None of them have any land yet. We'll start divvying out some of the land once we get some to divvy out, because it does increase the autonomy floor. So we'll let them be unhappy. Our manpower's not really a problem right now. 60 military power or 2 mercantilism. We'll take the mercantilism. Glad I hadn't quite got rid of that general. Fort defense or siege ability for 10 years. Probably siege ability, because we do intend to attack a few natives. Wow, we come off quite badly there. We are fighting in the woods. And we've got that terrain penalty. Well, we did manage to win. Only just. We didn't even manage to completely kill them off. But we'll go and jump in. We'll put our army together. I'll try and keep the armies anywhere where there may be an uprising. But let's group you guys up. Let's move you all up here. We are going to have to do some religious conversions as well. Got a new heir. So, right, are we actually in a Regency Council? No, we've got a 533. It's not terrible. We're still an earldom. We might want to change to something else later on. So what do we get for this? National manpower modifier and income from vassals. Well, we don't really have any vassals. Reduced national unrest would potentially be good. Administrative monarchy could be good as well. Production efficiency and national tax modifier. Yearly legitimacy, constitutional monarchy. I think that's like basically like England is. Years of separatism. Yeah, we might want to change to an administrative monarchy at some point. Not too bothered about these for now. We don't really want to lose the ducats or the prestige, so we won't meddle. So those guys are going to rebuild their armies. I don't think we've got any... I mean, there is some revolt risk, but that will start to go away. So I'm not worried too much about that. But yeah, things are certainly looking better than they were when England was about to attack us. We will take the Diplo, try and stay ahead of time so we get the production efficiency. We've almost got enough. There we go. We can now get another idea group. We can actually pick 2 idea groups now. Was that the one that allowed us to change to the administrative monarchy? No, that's 12. Okay, so we've got another, well, a couple of things we can have here. Increased stability cost for increased tolerance of heretics. Not bothered about that. Better missionary strength. Got some conversions to do, so yeah, let's take that. And better missionary strength for... Is that... Did I... No. Oh, must have looked like they were pretty much the same one. That's fine. That'll be enough. We'll do. So we've now got 2 free groups that we can choose from here. I think I'm definitely going to go for economic ideas, getting more taxes and cheaper build costs, because we've got a new city that we're having to start from nothing. So we're definitely going to grab economic ideas, and then we'll grab a military idea as well. And I think we're going to want to go for quantity ideas. Quantity is always good, especially given the fact that we are just dealing with natives. We don't really need to be ahead of them in tech. We just need to have better numbers, which is pretty much always going to be the case, really. So we've still got a few more wars that we want to go and start. I want to know who these guys are. So, what's our force limit? We can actually have another soldier, which we will get soon enough. I guess the quicker we can attack these guys, the quicker we can get money, can't we? So let's go ahead and no leader this army. And we will hire a conquistador. He's not brilliant, but he's not terrible either. We're going to go ahead and get rid of the guy who's not a conquistador. At least a conquistador has siege value. And we're going to go ahead and have a little look at our neighbours. Don't know why we can't go through there, to be honest. Let's get these provinces converted. That's a core done. So if we find out who these people are, we can find out how many men they've got as well. Let's get into this province. So these guys are the Tetonkar. Let's have a look at them. We know how many men they've got. We just want to know how much money they've got. Tetonkar Tetonka. They've got 268 ducats of mine that they are about to give up to me. So we can go and attack those guys. Now, do we want to take that? It's inland, so it's probably not ideal for me to take it straight away. Eventually, yes. Straight away, no. So we'll leave that one for a while. These guys have got 16k troops. Now, they're only in grasslands. These guys are the bristle... Now, have you got allies? These are the... I keep forgetting to check these, and it's important. You don't have allies. You don't have allies. And you guys... How much money have you got? You've got 236 ducats as well. So what we're basically saying is, everybody has a lot of my money. So these aren't provinces that I necessarily want to take straight away. I mean, I won't take the provinces, but I'll take some money from them. So let's go ahead over here and start a war, just because we can. So we're going to go straight in there and grab some stuff from you. Let's have England's opinion of me stay high for a little while. Now, is anybody else actually colonising over here yet? This island hasn't been touched. We will need to get a colony there at some point. How the hell did you get your men down to my province before I got to yours? That's quite annoying. Well, I'm just going to have to go over there and kick the snot out of their army. That was a little bit cheeky. Sort of giving me the slip. So they've got twice the number of men that I have, but again they are natives, so we should just rip them to pieces. Indeed, we have done. We didn't get a stack wipe. We're going to follow them home. We should get a stack wipe there. It is in grasslands. There's the coring done. Now, they should only move one province because they've got nowhere else to go. So that should stack wipe, and indeed it did. So we'll go back over there. Now, we've got an idea that we can take, and it would be our first quantity idea. Increases our national manpower. We'll definitely go ahead and take that. Always a good one to have. Much higher manpower. So this might be a little bit of a longer video. We'll try and siege these guys out if we can, and then we'll consider going after these guys here. We are running out of money, but we're about to get some more. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a cannon now, because a cannon will actually be useful in these sieges. Conversions are going well. Let's get all the conversions done. Make sure we're at 100% religious unity. I actually forgot how much I enjoyed playing Protestant. I think Protestant is really, really strong right now. We have just taken out a loan, which is unfortunate, but we're about to get a ton of money back. So I don't mind that at all. And there's plenty of other people around here who we can explore and kick the snot out of for their money. And we're basically just going to use all of the money that these primitives have to establish our colonies. That is the plan. Okay, these guys have surrendered. Now, we're not going to take your lands from you, because that'd be cruel, but we are going to take all of your money, and we are going to ask for war reparations. I'm not going to forget this time. War reps from you, so we'll get some money there. Send demands, thank you very much. I could also probably get them to give up trade power or transfer trade power, although I don't think it's necessarily needed for that. So let's group you guys up, and we're now going to go ahead and attack you guys for your money. So let's go back in. They might also give me the slip and try and come straight after my capital. No, they actually went through this province. No, we'll just take the church power. So we should be able to beat these guys up easy enough. They're retreating back, and we've stat wiped them. Awesome, that worked out nicely. Again, we're not going to be taking this province. We're just going to be taking the money from them. And we've still got 2 colonies going. We've got a few cores now. I could start giving some of the cores to the estates, which is probably not a bad idea. None of them control anything right now. Which one's a cord? That's not cord yet. This one is cord. This has a high... fairly valueless trade good, but decent tax. I mean, we could give it over to the burghers. Oh, development must be at least 10 to give it to the burghers. Province owner must be government republic. Well, I'm not going to give any land out to the estates yet. In fact, who's got this? The nobility. Have we got anywhere that's got decent manpower development? This one is cord, isn't it? You don't have that good a manpower development. We could develop it a little bit. Let's go ahead and give this one to the nobility. That'll make them a little bit happier. There we go. Start giving some of this land out. I could have given it to the clergy, which might have helped with the conversion, but I think we're good. So we're just trying to get financially secure at the moment so that we don't need to keep taking loans out. Obviously, running 2 colonies at the same time is quite expensive, but... Well, 2 colonies and an active missionary. And we're also reinforcing men because we're constantly rolling flipping disease outbreaks in the siege phases. Come on, 21%. We got this. What have we got here? Lose 10 prestige, but the nobility gains 5 loyalty. You know, we don't really want all this. 1 year national unrest. We'll take it. We're trying to get out of negative prestige. It'll give us 1 more stability, which will be really, really good. So that's what we are aiming for. 28%. We'll end the video once we've managed to siege this province down. We've finished that religious conversion, so we're at 100% religious unity right now. I mean, this will be a nice little province to take. We can join everything up, but I want to try and start colonising some of the coast because it will help stop other people from settling over here. We've finished that siege. So we are once again going to take all of your money, which is a fair bit. And we're going to get war reps as well. Send demand. Let's bring you guys home. We are going to reduce our army maintenance. We're still paying quite a lot here. We'll reduce our inflation a bit as well. Because obviously you do take inflation every time you take money from people. So reduce our army maintenance. We want to repay all loans. Which is not all that much. And we have 416 gold. Of course, like I said, it is the colony maintenance that's costing us the most here. Gain a skill 2 commander, 50% cheaper. We'll just take the 10 prestige, actually. That gives us the free stability. We can pick a new mission, which is probably going to be prove legitimacy. Legitimacy of at least 100. It's probably the easiest one to do. So we'll go ahead and pick up that mission there. We do have, again, more people that are unhappy. Once again, it's the nobility, but screw them. Screw you guys. We could definitely start building a few buildings. It wouldn't be a bad idea to have a... Not a courthouse, but a... Where is it? It's not the marketplace. There we go. The temple. Having the temple in our capital would be really good. Make some decent money there. It'll pay for itself, as will one over here. So let's do that. And that is where we are going to end the video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I know the last few videos did start out a little bit slow. And also, of course, the problem with England over here. We've also got this this transport here that I don't need, that I can go and get rid of for now. But yes, we will eventually, once we are big and strong and powerful, be going and kicking the snot out of England. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you're still enjoying EU4 with the Irish Exodus, and I will see you guys next time. So until then, goodbye for now.